ऐसा गोलोक ग्रह है, ऐसा नहीं समझना। कोई कोई समझते हैं एकादशी आने से उनका सिर दर्द हो जाता है, ऐसा नहीं। इसको क्या करना ना, होली कीर्तन से बिताना। इसको होली बासर भी बोलते हैं। ये दिन होली का इसलिए होली का साथ निवास करना। भगवान का साथ निवास कैसे करें? भगवान को तो हम देखा ही नहीं, उनका साथ निवास कर सकता है? कर सकता है। कैसे निवास कर सकता है? ना भगवान का नाम, भगवान का विग्रह, भगवान का स्वरूप, तीन एक रूप, तीन में कोई अंतर नहीं। इसलिए विग्रह का सामने में कीर्तन करना, नाम का सामने में करना, स्वरूप का करना। इसलिए महाप्रभु शिवा संगन में विग्रह आदि ऐसा ये ना करके रात्रि के दरजा बंद करके कीर्तन ही करते थे। ये आदर्श दिखाया वैसा कीर्तन करो। रात्रि जागरण करके कीर्तन करते हैं, सारा रात्रि कीर्तन। इसमें लोग असंतुष्ट होता था, ये सब नींद हराम करता है, कीर्तन करके हल्ला मचाता है, ऐसा ऐसा नहीं किया। इसलिए विरोध करता था, शिकायत करता था, ये लोग नहीं जाने देता नहीं। मद्रास में जब हरि कीर्तन होता था तब वहाँ एक एसपी था, उन्होंने विरोध करते थे। बाद में क्या हुआ, उनका बीमार हुआ और उनका पत्नी उनको मना किया ऐसा विरोध करना। वो सुना नहीं, शिकायत किया। बाद में क्या हुआ, उनका बीमार हुआ और वो मर गया। विरोध करने वाला मर गया। अब तक तो मालूम नहीं था ये एक विरोध करता है, मालूम नहीं था। तब क्या हुआ ना, उनका पत्नी 3 विग्रह के लिए 3 टोकरी में फल आदि सब भर के जाके हाजिर हो। आगे तमिल भाषा में बोलने लगी और कान पकड़ना ये सब करना और रोने लगे। तो उनका जो देवर था उन्होंने बताया, इंग्लिश में बताया कि ऐसा ऐसा हुआ, भाभी जी ने मना किया था, भाई साहब सोना नहीं, तो उनका मौत हो गया। अभी इसका इकलौता लड़का है, अभी भाभी जी को भय हुआ शायद लड़का भी ना मर जाए, इसलिए आप विग्रह को शांत करो, ऐसा एक किया। तो हम लोग कभी कभी ऐसा ही करता, विरोध करता। ऐसा कलकत्ता में भी एसपी, उनका वहां से वो रूड़ा मरता था 3 का ऊपर। आखिर में उनका भाई का साथ झगड़ा हुआ, उनका घर में पुलिस पहरा बैठा, तो बड़ा शर्मिंदा हुआ। उनका घर में आईपीएस का घर में साधारण पुलिस पहरा लेगा, तो उसलिए वो ऊपर वाला हिस्सा को बेच के वो चला जाएगा। अभी जाते वक्त गुरु जी को साथ मिलने के लिए इच्छा किया। जब मिलने के लिए इच्छा किया, गुरु महाराज नहीं जा सके, क्योंकि 3 मंजिल से नीचे जाना, और वहाँ एक सज्जन आया जो हमारा जन्माष्टमी उत्सव का खर्चा का कुछ हिस्सा वहन करेंगे। लेकिन गुरु जी का बात करते करते पूरा दिन भर ही ले लिया और मुझको भेजा, मैं गया। तब उन्होंने बोला कि ऐसा ऐसा मैं विरोध करता था, भगवान ने मुझको यहाँ से निकाल दिया, इसको बेच के मैं चला जाता हूँ। तो जाने का पहले ही मैं हार्ट का बीमार हूँ, इसलिए तो 3 मंजिल चढ़ नहीं सकता, इसलिए यहाँ अपना अपराध को मार्जना करने के लिए प्रार्थना जाना है। वो किया, उसका खरीदा मठ का भक्त हो, और ऊपर से ही वो मंगल आरती दर्शन करते थे। तो बात होता है इस्लामिक देखने से भी हम लोग दिखता नहीं। तो वो एकादशी का हम लोग जानता है उपवास करना। उपवास का शब्द का अर्थ है ये पाप से निवृत्त होकर निर्गुण भाव से गुण का साथ रहकर एक भगवान का आराधना करना, यह वास्तव उपवास। उपवृत्तस्य पापस्य जस्तु वासो गुणैषो उपवासो सविज्ञे नापवासस्तु लंघनम। पाप से निवृत्त होकर गुण का साथ निवास करना। गुण क्या होता है? गुण होता है हरि भक्ति। हरि भक्ति छोड़ करके कोई गुण होता नहीं। भागवत बताया हराव भक्तस्य कुशो महत् गुण मनोरथेन असत धावता वही। इसका मतलब है जिससे भक्ति भगवत किंचना, जिनका भगवान में अकिंचन भक्ति है। अकिंचन भक्ति क्या होता है? निष्काम भक्ति। और अकिंचन का और है जिनमें किंचन और मैंने विष्णु ही किंचन, विष्णु प्रीति कामना जिनका, यह है अकिंचन। तो ऐसा भगवान को एक प्रीति के लिए, भगवान के लिए ही ये उपवास करना, यह है गुणवास। जिनका भगवत भक्ति नहीं है, इनका कोई गुण हो नहीं सकता। कैसे गुण नहीं हो सकता? उत्तम बनाया सब कुछ, नमक नहीं है, वो स्वादिष्ट बन जाएगा। तो सब्जी में नमक ही डाला नहीं, बाकी सब कुछ डाला, उसका स्वाद बनता है। एक नमक से सब बिगड़ गया, नमक ना डालना चाहिए। तो इतना जो मसाला डाला, अगर सिर्फ नमक से ही बनाए वो भी चल जाएगा। जैसे रूप सनातन आनिया मोनेर साथ આ લોકોને કોરી પાક મુખે લઈને 2-4 ગ્લાસ, આ લોકોને लवण विहीन पाक कर गई 2-4 गिलास मुख में दे दी। तो ये भक्तों के लिए भगवान इतना कृपामय है। सनातन गोस्वामी को बोला कि हमें थोड़ा नमक दे देना, नमक विहीन नहीं खा सकते। तो सनातन गोस्वामी बोला आज नमक कल गुड़ मांगोगे, मैं कहाँ से दूं? उसे नमक का जहाज को अटक कर दिया। सिर्फ नमक नहीं, वो मंदिर भी बना दिया, नाम है रामनाथ कपूर। लाहौर का रहने वाले, उसने वो बनाया। पहले बोला कोई सेवा बताओ, तो नमक बताया। बोला ये कोई सेवा होता है? जहाज को भोजन रखने के लिए साथ में ले जाना, बाद में इसको फेंक देना। तो इसीलिए एक करो, इसलिए वो करना है। एकादशी में हरि कीर्तनी मेन। अरे हरि कीर्तन करने से गुणवास होगा। जिनका ये नहीं, हरि भक्ति नहीं है, इनका कोई गुण हो नहीं सकता। किसी लिए नहीं हो सकता है। मनोरथेनो असतो धावता वही, मन रूप रथ में सवार होकर। असत, असत मतलब अनित्य वस्तु का तरफ भागता है। भगवान ही नित्य है और बाकी सब अनित्य। इसलिए बोला तत्सत, तद वस्तु सत वस्तु, इदम वस्तु ऐसा असत। इसलिए बोलते हैं तत् विष्णु परमं पदम सदा पश्यन्ति सूरयो दिवीव चक्षुरादतम विष्णु परमं पदम। विष्णु पद ही परम पद। इसको कौन देखता है? सदा पश्यन्ति सूरय। सूर्यों ने, भक्तों ने हर वक्त दर्शन करते हैं। कैसे देखते हैं? ना दिव्य चक्षुरादतम, दिव्य नेत्रों से। दिव्य नेत्र किसका बोलता है? जब कोई व्यक्ति गुरु पदाश्रय करते हैं, तब गुरु ने उनको दिव्य ज्ञान देते हैं आहिस्ता आहिस्ता। जैसे जगत का विद्या अर्जन करने के लिए, अक्षर ज्ञान करने के लिए टाइम लगता है, लेकिन ये वो भगवत वस्तु जानने के लिए काफी टाइम जरूरत है। जिनका सुकृति प्रबल है, जिन्होंने और जन्म से ये किया है, वो आग बढ़ के जाते हैं। सबका एक नहीं, सबका संस्कार एक नहीं। लाला बाबू को बेला गेलो यही बात सुन के राजत्व तो छोड़ करके भिखारी बन गया। कोई उनको पहचानता नहीं, ये राजा, इसको पहचाना नहीं कोई। कोई माधुगुरी करते थे, इनका गुरु बोलते थे तुम्हारा अभी समय हुआ नहीं। तो एक रोज उन्होंने जगत सेठ का हुआ मांगने के लिए गया। तो उन्होंने बोला, जगत सेठ को खबर दिया लाला बाबू आया। तो तो उनको क्या देंगे? बोले मैं कुछ नहीं देता, मुट्ठी भर आटा लेंगे, इससे ज्यादा हमारा कोई ये नहीं। तब वो आ गया जगत से, आकर के क्या बोलने लगा? आपका जय हुआ। बोला आपका जय हुआ। उसका बाद उन्होंने वही जगत सेठ को जमीन दिया, जिसमें रंगनाथ का मंदिर बना, जितना तुम्हारे जरूरत है ले लो। क्योंकि उन्होंने वही वहाँ कोई 10 ना 11 मौजा वो नीलाम में ढाक लिया। अरे गोविंद, गोपीनाथ, मदन मोहन सब विग्रहों को कोई संपत्ति बांट दिया, निजे एक छोटे जाएगा नहीं रहा। तो ऐसा ही बात होता है, सबका एक साथ में जागृत हो जाएगा ऐसा नहीं। जिनका सुकृति जितना प्रबल है उसी माफी के ही वो, जैसे परम गुरु जी ने किसी को पास गया नहीं, भाषण देने का शुरू किया, तब उन्होंने बोला तूर्णम यदि तुम मृत्यु यावत् निःश्रेयसाय विषय खलु सर्वतस्याम्। ऐसा सुन के 2 कॉलेज का स्टूडेंट मिला, जो आपने जो जोर दिया, ऐसा लगता है कि घर में आग लगे तो उसको बंद करने के लिए कोशिश नहीं करके जाने पड़ेगा। तो प्रभुपाद ने उत्तर दिया हाँ, इसको बंद करने जाएगा, वहां लौट के आएगा, ऐसा कोई गारंटी है? जो जाता है आग को बुझाने के लिए वो भी मर जाता है। तो वो आ गया नहीं कभी घर में। इसी माफी साहब उनका पास सब आया और उसी से ये सब ले किया। तो इसी माफी एकादशी में होली कीर्तनी विधि निषेध क्या है? ना करना, ना करके रहना नहीं। तो वही सुकृति बल से क्या करेगा? वही दिव्य ज्ञान प्राप्त करेगा। गुरु जी ने उनको दिव्य ज्ञान देंगे। 3 प्रकार की ज्ञान होता है। अक्षात शरीर संबंधी ज्ञान का ही लोग जानते हैं व इसी को समझते हैं। ये दिव्य ज्ञान नहीं है। मन संबंधी ज्ञान को भी जानता है। ये है मन का जो है, ये मनोवैज्ञानिक साइकोलॉजिस्ट, ये भी दिव्य ज्ञान नहीं है। दिव्य ज्ञान क्या होता है? आत्मज्ञान। कोई गुरु देगा आत्मज्ञान, तुमने शरीर नहीं है और सूक्ष्म शरीर भी नहीं है। कौन है? आत्मा है। शरीर का खाना है पंचभूत, मन के खाना है वही सब मन का माफिक ये करना। और आत्मा का खाना है क्या? परमात्मा। शरीर से ज्यादा दिन सही होता है सूक्ष्म शरीर, जिसको बोलता है प्रेत। शरीर छोड़ दिया लेकिन दूसरा आत्मा शरीर मिला नहीं। ना मिलने के बाद और शरीर में जो क्रिया आदि करते हैं इसका बोलते हैं प्रेत। वो आता है, एक्शन करता है, सब कुछ करता है। लेकिन वो दुखी है। इसीलिए गुरु बोलता है जे हमारा घर में ऐसा होता है, अशुभ होता है, पिता को दिखता हूँ। सिर्फ यहाँ नहीं, चाइना में भी एक बुढ़िया आके बोला, जो उनका जो पोती मर गया, वो आवाज ठीक उनका माफी। तो इसको ये करो, नहीं उनको बोला होरी कीर्तन करो। उसके बाद वो बुढ़ी को देखा नहीं, दोबारा देखा नहीं। तो बुढ़ी जिंदा है कि नहीं मालूम नहीं। तो ऐसा यहाँ का जो है वो देखा। जैसे मेरठ में मोतीलाल शर्मा, उनका पिता वही घर में आते थे, बहुत कुछ किया, लेकिन उनका वो किया नहीं। बड़ा दुखी एकलौता लड़का, और आके ऐसे ही ये करता है, हमारे लिए कुछ करो। तो जो बोलता है गुरु पुराण पाठ कराओ, वो कराया, भागवत कराना वो भी कराया, नारायण बोली करो वो भी कराया, लेकिन जाता नहीं। और गुरु जी के पास आया तो गुरु जी ने बोला, तुमने महामंत्र कीर्तन करो, हाथ में ताली बजा कर, लोग कहाँ मिलेगा, मिलने की जरूरत नहीं, पोती पत्नी दोनों ही करो, और 1 महीने का बाद हमें बताना। दिल्ली में हम लोग वहाँ ठहरा था, उसका नाम बोलता है
चूना मंडी, पहाड़गंज।
उसका नाम है, जगह का नाम
मॉडल टाउन।
है?
मॉडल टाउन,
मॉडल टाउन ही, किंतु मॉडल नाम नहीं,
आदर्श नगर जलंधर, दिल्ली में मॉडल टाउन।
तो ऐसा उसमें एक सिंधी का घर में ठहरा था। उनको लड़का फॉरेन में गया, और वो रेलवे में ऑफिसर, वो बेचारी रेल क्वार्टर में रहती है, वहीं ठहरा था। तो रोज नगर संकीर्तन होता था, बड़ा जबरदस्त प्रभाव। तो उन्होंने 15 दिन बाद ही आ गया, कोई बोला जा भी नहीं है, ये हो गया। तो किस में किया? होली कीर्तन में। इसलिए होली कीर्तन करना ये सबसे उत्तम साधन है। और एकादशी में वही होली कीर्तन ही दीदी। अब बताओ,
It still works. It works. Srila Maharaj will also give answer to some of our questions today. I requested him in the morning that we want to ask 1 or 2 questions. So after this, Srila Maharaj will be hearing the question and giving answer also. Whatever Srila Maharaj was mentioning just now, I think most of the devotees, they are hearing translation, but still there are some other things which Maharaj points out in different places regarding the same topics. So I will just touch those things. The very first thing Srila Maharaj started mentioning is that today is Ekadashi Tithi. It is also known as Madhav Tithi, Harivasar or Bhakati Janani. So Why it is known as Hari Vasar? Srila Maharaj mentioned that because this is the day when Hari, Lord Hari, he is easily available to give his association to all the living entities. He wants to give himself on this day. So he is very easily available. If somehow or other one wants to connect with him, it is very easy for them. And then Srila Maharaj mentions Bhakti Janani. Why Ekadashi Tithi is known as Bhakti Janani? Once in Manasa, in Punjab, Srila Maharaj was mentioning from this Ekadashi Mahatmya book, in which each and every Ekadashi's glorification is been given. Glories of Ekadashi is given. From there Maharaj was reading and mentioning that how Ekadashi Devi appeared. She appeared from the nose of the Lord. And why she appeared from there? Because there was a demon who wanted to kill the Lord, kill Krishna, and he was unable to do that. But when he saw that Lord is sleeping, at that time he felt this is the best time for me to go and kill him. At that time, Ekadashi Devi,
उसका नाम है मूल.
Mur, this demon's name is Mur. So this Mur demon came, and when he wanted to kill, he was about to use weapon to kill the Lord. At that time, Ekadashi, she appeared from the nose of the Lord and killed this Mur Daitya, Mur demon. So from this pastime, Srila Maharaj mentioned that how Ekadashi, she is considered topmost servant of the Lord. Why? Because topmost servant does not need always the verbal order of Guru or Lord to serve them. So when she saw there is a need to serve the Lord, she, without any order, without any indication, she manifested, appeared herself and did whatever was required for the service of Lord. Because she is topmost devotee of the Lord, so whoever observes or comes close to her, she is able to award bhakti. She is able to give bhakti in the heart of that particular devotee. That's why she is known as Bhakti Janani. Janani means mother. By coming in her association in one's heart, bhakti transfers, this particular mood transfers of service without even asking, that comes in the heart of a devotee. That's why this particular day of Ekadashi is known as Bhakti Janani. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned second thing about Srila Sanatana Goswami Pada, that how he was leading his life. Srila Maharaj mentioned in Bengali that how Alavane.
Alavane.
पूरा वो संस्कृत बांग्ला वाला क्या है?
मतलब है लवण विहीन पाक करके एक जंगल का साग लाकर पर मुख में दे देते दो चार.
बांग्ला में क्या बोला था आपने?
हैं?
बांग्ला में क्या बोला था?
बांग्ला में बोला था आलवने कोरी पाक मुख देन दुई चारी ग्रास.
आलवने कोरी पाक. Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami. Sometime what they used to do, they used to collect some kind of greens from the forest, shak, and then they used to cook it even without giving salt in it. So that's why Madan Mohan manifested this pastime that, oh, I am not feeling satisfaction without salt, at least give salt in it. So why the Lord desired salt? Not that he himself was unable to eat anything without salt, but because he was unable to tolerate that how his devotees, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they are taking even without salt. So that's why this desire manifested in his heart, and he, without letting them know that he wants to ask for them, he himself mentioned that, oh, I am feeling I cannot eat without it. So in reality, in this particular pastime, the Bhakta Vatsalya of the Lord manifested. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned what is the real meaning of Upavasa? This word we say Ekadashi Upavas, Janmashtami Upavas. So Srila Maharaj mentions from Hari Bhakti Vilasa that when in Hari Bhakti Vilasa this particular incident comes about Ekadashi, observing Ekadashi or observing Janmashtami, at two places the same verse is been quoted in Hari Bhakti Vilasa, that what is the real meaning of Upavasa. Upavritasya papebhyo yastu vasai gunai saha. Before observing Ekadashi, one has to take a vow. Like Srila Maharaj mentioned, one should not think that, oh, it's like a headache, oh, tomorrow is Ekadashi, tomorrow again I have to fast. One should not think like that. Why? Because before observing Ekadashi, one has to take a vow. Upavritasya papebhyo means today, on this day of Ekadashi, I am taking sankalpa. What I will be doing, what I will be observing, I will be keeping myself away completely from all those activities which comes under the category of pap, sin. Srila Maharaj gives the meaning of pap. What is the meaning of pap? What is the meaning of sin? Papasya parpidanam. Giving any kind of pain to any other living entity is considered sin. So one takes a vow that on this day of Ekadashi, I will not I will not commit any kind of sin. And then this is a negative side, like I will give it up. And then what is the positive side? What I will be doing? Yastu vasai gunai saha. I will be residing 24 hours out of 24 hours in the association of that personality who is having gun in it, quality in it. Upavritasya papebhyo yastu vasai gunai saha. I will be associating completely with that personality who is having quality in him, who is having gun, special qualities in him. And then Srila Maharaj mentions who are those persons? That is Lord himself. He is the one who is having all special qualities. Is it possible to associate with him? Yes, it is possible through Nam Sankirtan. That's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the day of Ekadashi, Sri Hari Vasare Hari Kirtan Vidhan Nitya Arambhila Prabhu Jagater Pran. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, through his conduct, he showed that what is the duty of a person on the day of Ekadashi. He started performing Nam Sankirtan, not any other Sankirtan. Then Srila Maharaj mentions that who is another personality who is having quality. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, Harav Abhaktasya Kuto Mahat Guna. A person who is having Hari Bhakti in his heart, that person is known as a person who is having all special qualities in him. A person who does not have Hari Bhakti in his heart is known as a person who does not have any good quality. Srila Maharaj gives very simple example for this. That can say like there is a woman who is very beautiful, very soft spoken. Her words are very sweet. She cooks very nicely and she performs all the activities in her house in a very wonderful way. She keeps the house very clean. Everything she does in a very special way. But she is having a love and affection for some other person except her husband. Then even though she is having all the qualities, but because of this special bad quality, all her qualities are not considered qualities. It is considered that she does not have any quality. So in the same way, Lord is our master. He is our husband. He is the one for whom we should be loyal. If one is having all material qualities of this material world, intelligent, never speaks untruth, or never lies, very well behaved, this and that, but he is not surrendered to the Lord, then all those qualities are not considered qualities. Instead, it comes under the category of bad qualities. Why? Because he is not surrendered to the Lord. On the other hand, Srila Maharaj mentions that there is a woman who is not so soft spoken. Sometimes she uses harsh words also. She don't know how to cook very nicely, but she can cook somehow. She does not do so many activities in the house properly, don't even keep the house clean. But still, because she is fully chaste, She is 100% dedicated to her husband, does not think about any other man at all. Then the bad qualities, what is being seen in this woman is not considered bad qualities. Consider that she is having all the good qualities because of one very special quality. So in the same way, Srila Maharaj mentions that harav abhaktasya kuto mahat guna. A devotee, a person who is not dedicated to the service of Lord, does not matter whatever material qualities he may have, but according to the learned personalities, that person is not considered chaste or intelligent or a person who is having any good quality. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned on the way that what is the meaning of Divya Gyan, what Guru gives, Divya Gyan, transcendental knowledge. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned it's not that at once, slowly, according to the adhikar of a person, according to the eligibility qualification of a person, Guru awards it. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned it is not that everybody can understand everything in one day. Different people, they come with different kind of sukritis from their previous lifetimes. According to that, they are able to accept, and according to that, Guru also awards them that particular thing. Like Srila Maharaj gave 2 or 3 examples today. He mentioned that there were 2 college students who came in the Harikatha of Srila Prabhupada. They just heard one verse from Srila Prabhupada, Turnam yatet napatet anumrityu yavat. That what is the duty of a person. As soon as he comes to know that what is the topmost duty of a person, he must get engaged into it without wasting even a single moment up to the last breath. So as soon as they heard this from Srila Prabhupada, they inquired from him that, we understand that there is a urgency, there is a need to perform bhajan immediately, but still I am having some responsibilities. Can we do that? Srila Prabhupada said, no need to worry for that at all. Then he mentioned that, if there is fire in our house, am I supposed to go and extinguish that fire or not? Then Srila Prabhupada said, no need to go. Then he said that, just after that I can come back immediately. Srila Prabhupada says, who knows? You can come back or not. You may get burned over there because this kind of accident happens. So that's why there is no need to worry for anything. Immediately start performing bhajan. And that person listened and stayed with him. So why it was like that, these words of Srila Prabhupada had so much impact on this particular person, but many people were listening. They were not serious that they have to start bhajan immediately. Why? Because the person who he heard, he was having lot of sukritis. And another person who was not having sukritis, he don't listen. Srila Maharaj gives one practical example from his life also. That one time in Mayapur there was flood. And in Chaitanya Gaudiya Math at that time there were only 2 rooms on first floor. Ground floor 2 rooms, first floor 2 rooms. And Srila Maharaj was there. And then at that time, one snake as well as one dog, they came from somewhere in the flood and took shelter on the first floor of Chaitanya Gaudiya Math where Maharaj was there. And the devotees who were there, they were trying to chase the dog as well as wanted to beat this snake also. But as soon as they approached, Srila Maharaj, he was only looking at them. He saw that they bow their head. They don't do anything else. Then Srila Maharaj asked these devotees that don't do anything. Don't say anything to them. Why? Because at the time of vipatti, at the time of danger, there is no enmity. They will not harm us at all because they are in need. So they will stay. Srila Maharaj quoted one verse, one incident from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, which was mentioned in Bhagavatam. That once there was a mouse and
snake.
Mouse and snake, they were in such a position that both of them came in the cage, like basket made out of straw. And then even though snake, just by seeing mouse, he eats it. But at that time, because they are in danger, snake don't do anything to the mouse. Why? Oh, this mouse, what he will be doing? He will be helping me. He will cut this basket with his teeth and then he will go out and I will also follow. So in the time of danger, enmity does not stay anymore. So Maharaj quoted this particular thing from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary to these devotees and asked them, don't worry, let them be here. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned about Lord Ram, that when Vibhishan came, he said, I am having principle that whoever surrenders, I just give them fearlessness. So because they are bowing their head down, so that means they are surrendering here. So we should give them shelter. Then this devotee mentioned to Maharaj, then Maharaj, you have to be in that room where they take shelter. Then Maharaj said, no problem. And then what happened? The snake, he was like around the window, whatever you call it, like he wrapped himself around the window. And Maharaj also stayed in the same room all night. But then Srila Maharaj mentioned, after 2 days, water gone away. So this snake, he disappeared after 2 days, gone wherever he wanted. But this dog stayed for whole life in Chaitanya Gaudiya Math. That's what Srila Maharaj mentions. And even on the day of Ekadashi, if somebody offers him something he was not going to take, he only used to take that food what devotees were taking. And whatever instruction Maharaj or other devotees they used to give to this dog, he used to follow. That you are not allowed in this area. Maharaj said throughout his life, he never entered into that area. So Maharaj, from this story he mentions that this snake, he was also having some sukritis. He also came in the association of sadhus somehow or other. But because he was not desiring to develop his sukritis, that's why he disappeared. But this snake, he also came with sukritis, but he stayed back and increased his sukritis. Why? Because he was more intelligent than the snake. So sukritis make a person to come more close to Guru, not come close to Guru, take his words seriously, not take his words seriously. In this way, Srila Maharaj mentions this particular pastime. And then he mentioned that what is the meaning of Divya Gyan, transcendental knowledge. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned there are 3 kinds of knowledges. One is regarding one's gross body, another is regarding one's subtle body, and another is about their soul. So Guru, he awards them the knowledge which is related with soul. Srila Maharaj mentioned, even though most of the people in this world, they are always absorbed in gaining, in attaining the knowledge which is related with their gross body. And most of the teachers also, they provide only that knowledge. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned that there are psychologists who deal with one's subtle body, one's mind, psychology. So Srila Maharaj mentioned that even though they deal with it, but still, today Srila Maharaj went into little different way. He explained in a very special way again today that gross body all of us understand. But what is the meaning of subtle body? When a person does not have body, at that time also he is having desires, he is having many things, but because of some accident he is unable to attain new body. So that's why he stays without body. At that time he is known as Pret, a ghostly person. And how he can also get delivered? If somebody accepts the words of that particular teacher who is well expert in Atma Tattva, then that can be also benefited to a person who is in that particular stage having no body. Like Srila Maharaj gave 2 examples. One Chinese Mataji came and one another person came to Maharaj Gurudev. That, oh, I see that my father, even though he died, but still he comes to our house. I see him time to time. And even though he does not disturb, but still I feel fearful. So what should be done? Then Srila Madhav Maharaj gave this option that how you have to do. Srila Madhav Goswami Maharaj mentioned that you have to perform Nam Sankirtan. So by this Nam Sankirtan, which is actually the knowledge of soul related with super soul, Bhagavan, through that he also got delivered. But other time Srila Maharaj mentions one story, one pastime from Ludhiana, that once there were 2 brothers. And आप बोलते ना कि वो एक ने घर छोड़ दिया, नरेंद्र कपूर का भाई
ना, এটা হলো ওর নাম কেবল কৃষ্ণ।
उनके भाई के साथ रहते थे पहले, वो अपने भाई के साथ रहते थे।
कौन?
आप बोलते हैं कि दो भाई एक साथ में रहते थे,
हाँ, दो
एक छोड़ के चला गया फिर।
हाँ, टेबल किशन छोड़ के गया। अभी सन मकान फर्स्ट क्लास फिनिशिंग।
मैं बोल। So there were two brothers. They used to live together. The house was in a very posh colony. All the facilities were there in the house. But still, because brothers, they were having some disagreement with each other. Practically every day there was some fight. So one brother out of two, he left that house and rented another place, even paid more money, stayed in some austere situation. Then Srila Maharaj asked him that why you left your permanent house and staying in a rented place. Over there you are having more facilities. At this place you does not have good facilities even. Why you did that? He said, Maharaj, even though for my gross body all the facilities were there, but my subtle body, my mind was always disturbed over there because of the behavior of my brother. Now at this place, even though physical comforts are not there, less physical comforts are here, but still mental peace is there. So I gave preference to the mental peace. So Srila Maharaj mentioned that those who are intelligent, what they do, if required, they ignore those things which are good for gross body, and they focus on those things which are good for subtle body. And then those who are really intelligent, very, very intelligent, if they can even give up those things which are favorable for their subtle body, but they focus mainly on those things which are good for their soul, not for anything else. So this particular knowledge one can attain and from a Sadguru who gives them, teaches them that the demands of body may be kept aside, the demands of subtle body may also kept aside, but the main focus, Turnam Yatet Napatet Anumrityu Yavat, immediately at this time in this human form of life, what is the main thing? To give, think about, don't think about anything else except this thing, because this is the urgency. If Srila Maharaj mentions, if you think that this particular area is being taken care nicely, then what will happen? All other things will automatically get settled down. There will be no harm on your part. Prashad Nyasve? Anyway, we can ask one question to Srila Maharaj. Ek prashna korne ko. Yesterday, when Srila Maharaj was mentioning about Srila Ramanujacharya, he spoke about this Vaishnava who took birth in a Shudra family but came to Ramanujacharya's house, and his wife did not dealt with him properly. Whereas Ramanujacharya was upset, he felt pain in his heart that how his wife treated him as a Shudra Vaishnava, which is not proper. Vaishnava means Vaishnava. He does not belong to any external designation. And we spoke about Srila Prabhupada also, that how yesterday I was unable to express in English, but Srila Prabhupada mentions in Upakhyane Upadesha, in one of his writing, where he mentions that if somebody says that earthen ball made out of gold, is it a proper sentence? One can make it out that what does it mean? Earthen pot, earthen bowl, earthen bowl made of gold. This sentence is having no real meaning. In the same way, if with this word Vaishnava, like Srila Prabhupada mentions, either you have to say earthen bowl or you have to say golden bowl. But it cannot be either way. It cannot be both. So in the same way, a person can be a Vaishnava or Brahmin, Vaishnava or Shudra. Means he cannot be Shudra Vaishnava, Brahmin Vaishnava, this Vaishnava or that Vaishnava. So in this regard, अभी कुछ लोगों का प्रश्न है कि बहुत सारे लोग जो है घृणा की भावना से बोलते हैं कि ओ ये विदेशी भक्त हैं, इनके साथ में हमें क्या लेना देना, ये देसी है, इसको सब पता, इसको नहीं पता. इस प्रकार का विचार जो है वो भी उसी कैटेगरी में आएगा, वो भी उसी कैटेगरी में आएगा और उसको दोष बोला जाएगा.
क्योंकि जब गुरुदेव ने एक्सेप्ट किया तब और कोई क्वेश्चन एराइज नहीं करता, तो गुरुदेव के विश्वास कहाँ से आया?
So now we asked a question that nowadays some people, even though sometime in simple language, it may come that these devotees are from North India, these devotees are from South India, these devotees are from Western world, these are from here and there. If it comes with a simple way, then it is not a problem. But if somebody with some malice in heart, some kind of other thing in heart, if somebody comes, oh, they are Videshi, they are this, like even sometime Bengal devotees, they say that, oh, they are from North India, they don't know anything, they don't know this, they don't know that. So it goes with many things. So we asked Srila Maharaj that is it proper if anything negative in one's heart, if somebody says like that, is it acceptable? Srila Maharaj said no. If it will also fall in the category, if we say Brahmin, Vaishnav, Shudra, Vaishnav, Srila Maharaj said yes, it will also fall in the same category if one uses these kind of adjective for Vaishnavas. And it will be a fault. Like Srila Maharaj mentioned, that if a guru, a Vaishnav guru, has accepted somebody as his disciple, that means that person is only supposed to be called Vaishnav, not with any other word. If one still does not follow this, then what will happen? He will be having, it will be considered that he is unable to really take the words of his guru, unable to understand the conduct of his guru. That's why he comes with all these kind of things, not otherwise.
और एक बात आप बोलते हैं कि संप्रदाय में से ही अपसंप्रदाय निकलता है, ये वाली बात भी आप बहुत बार बोलते हैं। तो इसी प्रकार से अभी का जो वैष्णव समाज है उसमें भी ऐसी वाली भ्रांतियां हो सकती हैं।
हाँ, हो सकते हैं, क्योंकि थोड़ा थोड़ा लाइन को छोड़ कहीं पर की वो ढील देते देते उधर चला जाता है। स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलो ना करके जब ढील देता है तो वो भी ऐसे ही बनेगा। सौरिया कैसे बनता है उसी से।
Once Srila Maharaj, he came to meet with our Gurudev in Gopinath Bhavan. When Srila Gurudev was having some operation in Batra hospital in Delhi, and then from there he came to Gopinath Bhavan, stayed for some days, rested. At that time Srila Maharaj also came and met with him. They were having conversation, and Srila Maharaj, he like in his conversation mentioned to Gurudev that we want that you can live for long time. Why? Because living example of those people, those who really follow everything, is very less nowadays. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned that even though Chaitanya Charitamrita was there, Bhagavatam was there long back, but still people were becoming Sahajiya. Why? Because living example was not there. So at that time in the conversation, Maharaj came up with that from where all these up-sampradaya, Sahajiya people came, from the Vaishnav group itself. Because what happens, a group of Vaishnav, in them slowly some people try and give like not preference to something. Then another person, he follows maybe some things but does not follow one or two things. He gives, क्या बोलेंगे English में?
Emphasis.
He don't give emphasis on some things and then becomes loose in that particular thing. And slowly in this way what happens, up sampradaya enters into pure sampradaya. So in the same way, the thought of Vaishnava means everybody who takes shelter of a bona fide guru is considered Vaishnava. Like Srila Maharaj gives another example also time to time, that gold is there, and then there is a gold which is being turned from this chemical reaction from copper bell matter to gold. But after it turned to gold, if somebody still differentiate, oh, this is the gold which was original gold, and this is the gold which is being turned from bell metal. Is this the proper thing to say? It is not proper. So in the same way, if somebody still considers, that means unable to really take the thought of his guru, deviating somewhat from the pure line, and slowly what will happen, that particular thing in itself will become the cause of his entering into up sampradaya and going away from the pure sampradaya. Hare Krishna. We can, tomorrow we may continue more things. Hare Krishna.